Hi everybody, it's Andrew, VSGSpike, with my week, I think it's 11 now? I keep forgetting. I haven't really paid attention to the week numbers. But anyway, with my update, my internet's working again. Yay! So, sorry I wasn't on Fat Kings this past Thursday. I came home that afternoon to find out that my modem basically decided to take a dump on me. So, it's fixed. All got a brand new one, so we're good to go. So I will be on this Thursday for sure. Anyway, I put my stats below. I didn't do the math on it ahead of time, but what I do know, obviously, is I am down an additional 2 pounds this week for a total of 105 pounds since my highest weight in early September. So I could not be happier about losing some people say just 2 pounds, which I shouldn't, but with losing the 2 pounds that I did, because I did work out this week. I worked out on Monday and Wednesday. Monday was strictly cardio. I went on a kick. I went on an adrenaline kick, and for about 10-15 minutes, I say 10, I went about 3 miles an hour at about a 12% incline. I was in the mood to make myself sweat. And normally I could walk 3.5 miles an hour consistently and, start with a 0 incline and work my way up. But it's been dry lately, and there were a lot of fans running in there, and I'm like, I felt like I wanted to actually, feel like I worked out. So I was like, all right, I got to push myself to make myself sweat, which is weird because normally I had to walk to go get the mail, and I'd probably start sweating. So it's pretty cool to, have to force myself to push myself to get to that point. So. But then on Wednesday I worked out. I did about 10-15 minutes on the treadmill, and then I did weights. So that felt really, really good. Tried my luck with the leg press machine. And for those that lift, I typically will only do upper body lifting. I very rarely do lower body lifting, only because my legs are super freaking strong. They always have. And I just don't, I walk enough, I do incline enough, I swim, but I never really feel like I need to do weight training for my legs. My legs are in good shape. They, I don't have any massive amount of excess fat. It's all gut, chest, neck is where most of my fat is. So the vast majority of it. But I've decided to give it a shot, and I ended up doing 3 sets. I did 15 reps at 340 pounds. Felt like it was nothing. Then I did another set with 12 reps at 380 pounds, and that still felt like nothing. So then I did a final set of 12 at 440 pounds, which was crazy because I'm like, I just lifted damn near what I weighed initially, minus, I was only about 20-25 pounds away. But I'm going to try it again in a few weeks and see. I might, depending on how I feel, I may go for the whole freaking stack, which was 500 pounds. So I just did not expect it. So it was pretty sweet. And I didn't feel too sore the next day. But anyway, I'm trying to toot my own horn with my workout. But it was good. Where it wasn't good was the eating. And it wasn't bad. I mean, I stuck pretty well during the week, but it was mainly Friday and Saturday where, I made quick decisions. For the first time since I've had surgery, I had fast food, or I had McDonald's. I had most of a sausage McMuffin, no egg, just the a little bit of the English muffin, some cheese, and some sausage. So I know carbs, and the thing's usually really fatty, but so be it. I used to go to McDonald's once, twice a week. But I mean, and it sat well. It was fine. But then obviously it was not hungry anymore, so I didn't eat it anymore. And then we had friends over last night, and some people made their own dishes and stuff. So I tried out each of that, but I'm learning that my stomach is able to handle quite a bit of normal food at this point. There's still a few things here and there, and obviously it's to the quantity is where the big changes have occurred, as many of you well know. I mean, regardless of what I'm eating, it's always very, very little. So I do make sure that regardless of what I'm choosing, sometimes it may not be the best choice, I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting something that has some sort of, protein to it at some point. Even if a lot of times I find myself, if I want something quick just to snack on, I'll get a cheese stick, or maybe I'll get, a slice of deli meat or something just to hold me over. I don't get the feeling of hunger, but sometimes I feel like, I know I need to eat something. I haven't had anything to eat lately, so I grab for something that typically. But I'm not going to complain about it. It is what it is, and I know I'm making far better decisions than I ever have. I'm still well within my normal, calorie count for the day, and, so be it. It kind of, echoing the mentality of what, in a sense, of what TJ had talked about with his video earlier this week, was, we're all losing so much that, especially in the winter months, parties happen, get-togethers, you're not as active, it's cold, you stay inside. And even at the point that I am, where I know I'm still going to be losing, to know that I've lost, 1.2 or 2 pounds here, I don't care, I'm losing. I'm still losing. I'm making the best decisions that I can. I'm listening to my body. I sometimes may have some carbs here and there. I may have a little bit, we had these little taco roll things that, had, mostly cheese and, beef, but it was with kind of a pizza crust kind of breading to it. Not necessarily the best thing, but you know what? So be it. I'm going to still have carbs every so often. Am I going to have a whole bunch of carbs? Hell no. I'm going to pay attention to that, but I'm learning what my body is handling and what my body can tolerate. And I'm also, keeping my mind and my head, trying to keep them in check. My head sometimes does feel larger than my stomach at some point. When there was Friday, I did put together a plate that was a little bit larger than I ended up eating. So I'm still learning that. But I listen at the same time. I'm listening and I'm learning because, these are still new habits that I'm trying to develop. And that's the biggest thing, is I'm trying to make these into habits. I'm trying to, make these decisions and make this, head stomach connection. I'm trying to make that a habit. That way I don't have to, I wouldn't say, I still am going to be paying attention to it, but it becomes I'm so used to it that it's second nature. Just like, oh, I'm done. After you've eaten, 4 or 5 bites or, whatever it takes of whatever you're eating. So getting into that kind of mentality, it is something that I'm still learning and I'm enjoying. And like I said, I'm still losing. Even if I didn't lose anything, even if I gained, I don't care. This week, it's still a learning process. I'm still trying to make sure I get in as much activity as I can. And I'm listening to my body and trying to make good decisions. And I really can't ask for more at this point. I'm staying as active as I can with as busy as I've been, and it is what it is, and I'm still going to, keep at it. That's never going to end. I don't know if I'm going to have my scale around next week. I'm not taking it with me like I did when I took it with me to West Virginia for Thanksgiving. Next week will be an update from Toledo. I'm going back to Ohio for Christmas. I could not be more excited. I'm going to hang out again with my brothers. Going to meet up with some friends. And I'm, going to have a good time. I'm going to go do karaoke like I used to. And I will probably have Ryan take the camera because it's a lot of fun. But I'm going to get to do a lot of stuff and hang out with friends and, catch up with them because I haven't been back to Ohio since February. So they've seen me at what would be roughly my biggest. So they haven't seen me since then. I mean, my dad has, or my brothers, I should say. But I've kept it still pretty quiet on my personal Facebook page, and there aren't too many pictures that have gone around. So it'll be fun to, get to talk to people about that, and they get to see the result. Because that was ultimately what I was trying to do, was like I wanted to get that 100 pounds by Christmas. I wanted to have that kind of cool, holy crap, that kind of, I'll say, shocking kind of reaction. Which, I mean, I hope, but it is what it is. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to, seeing everybody and have them see me and, tell them about my journey and still have a good time. Another big NSV this week is I finally went and got some new clothes. Mostly just a shirt or sweater. I got a new pair of jeans, which was much needed. I think I got some work pants too. I'd have to double check. I think so. Anyway, but I got some jeans and I bought a pair of jeans that easily fit, that are 8 inches smaller than my biggest pair that I've ever worn, which was pretty awesome. And I very comfortably fit into a sweater that was a size smaller. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've teetered for a while, depending on the brand, between a 4X and a 5X shirt. I mean, this shirt, which I wear all the time, is a 4X. And so it depends on what it is. The 5Xs are starting to show, obviously, that they're getting big on me. So 4Xs are easily fitting. I have tried my hand at some 3X things I have, and it's, they're getting pretty close. They're not quite there yet. I still feel like a sausage casing in a couple, but I'll be there soon enough. I don't doubt it. So anyway, that has been my week, and I look forward to updating you again. Like I said, I'll give you an update on how this week is going next week, but there probably won't be a scale. There may not be a scale for a couple weeks. For one, only because I'm going to try and step away from the scale. I'm trying to leave it alone, ignore it for a while. So I may not come back with an update scale with a weight update. I'm going to say it right now. Let's just do it until the first update of the year. So New Year's, I think, is on a Thursday. So the update after that, that Monday after, will be my first return to the scale update. So I'm going to take, 2-3 week hiatus from the scale. And that means I'm not going to have a weight update here. I'll have a weight update for this video, of course, but I won't do a weight update anytime I do a video update, nor, and this is the big one for me, is I will not touch the scale during the week, because I do like to check it every other or every day, most of the time. So I'm going to try and avoid that completely. So I look forward to seeing you guys on Fat Kings this Thursday. You guys take it easy. Have a great week. Have a great early, holiday. And I'm sure most people are going to have office parties, family parties, friends, whatever. Enjoy. Take it easy. And I will see you guys soon. Later.